That said, that's just kind of an opportunity to take a different path, right? Boy, did that thing fucking run away from me instantaneously? That kind of sucks. If we fall down on this path here... I'm surprised I hit that. We actually can run our way up to the place where that crystal lizard is, but like... I don't know if there's anything else here, and I don't know how to like not aggro that crystal lizard. Oh, right, this is the path that leads over... Is it not? Huh. Weird. Yeah, so I guess this is just a little crack with a crystal lizard in it that you can chase forever and ever. Of course, it does leave us in a bit of a precarious spot. Ah, that was fine. Now, there are actually a lot of paths that you can take. You can sort of see there's a hole here, and I believe, yep, there is an item. It looks like it has an entryway into it. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. It's sort of like a spatial reasoning puzzle here, and while that can be very annoying in Dark Souls as a general thing, right, that's where it is. So we could jump to that. I might try to fall on it, though. Like, because they realized that the enemy... They really compartmentalized the enemies in this area. Like, they exist, but they're only in very specific locations. So you can really spend a lot of time here just sort of mapping out this space in your head. And I really like it for that. Okay, I might be able to fall onto this and fall into the tree from there. So let's attempt that. I already consider those other souls that I have to be forfeit, just for the record, you know. Here, it is so fucking easy to die. Speaking of fucking dying, let's do it. The other thing is that running in this game is, whew, difficult. At least it makes platforming difficult. Hey! We are still alive, and we get the Chloranthy ring. Which I don't think we had. Yeah, boost stamina recovery speed. This ring has the same effect as the shield that we've been wearing since we started two-handing thing. This ancient ring, engraved with a large green flower, is of unknown origin. Hastens the regeneration of stamina. I think I am gonna keep... or put Havel's ring back on, but... it's a very good... That's a very, very good ring. Yeah, there we go. Just really nice to have. Increased stamina regeneration at any given point. Let's see. So yeah, you get a lot of these paths that sort of end and force you to potentially make uncomfortable jumps. And... again, so even though it's the strong point, I think that this is really the best use of it that happens in the game, because it's not really about trying to do crazy action platforming that the system was never built for. It's about understanding and navigating this giant 3D space and like finding ways to fall creatively. And I think that's a really cool thing to just have in your game, especially as a completely optional side area, you know? God, there is no good way to get to that, huh? Actually, there is that one winding path there. So if I can figure out how to get onto that one, then we're good. And I mean, I really love spatial reasoning puzzles in general. Like, obviously, I really like maps, and I really like the way that Dark Souls feels so connected. And this is sort of just a nice little thing with it, you know? Like, it highlights it in a way that nowhere else in the game does. And your big-ass character model is making it very difficult for me to land on this red Titanite chunk. Jeez, dude, that projectile only goes down. You can't do anything to me. Now, the fact that there is sort of a combat floor here... Wow, that was such a good turn. Does kind of screw up a lot of people as they go for the lower runs, because it's very easy on this, like, two-tiered floor of basilisks to just die as you try to run through it, even if you don't want to kill any of them. Oh dear, none of them are up here, which means that the rest of them are downstairs. They must have fallen down. This is gonna be fun. Alright, let's do it. It's interesting how those things do, like, no damage when they jump on you, but... oh, fuck. Well, I guess we've gotten an idea of how much further down that goes. Like I said, those old souls are forfeit. I think I've actually gotten, not all, but most of the drops on the upper floors at least, so... we can do some very careful jumping and platforming. Wow! I forgot that there was one, that there was a crystal lizard that spawns, like, literally right there. So that's good. Okay. And the other item that is down is on that branch there. Now, how do I properly fall onto that branch? Ah, easy. Easy. You know, there will even be platforms that you've been on before that you didn't realize lead to an item. It's nice. I really like it. I mean, I may start running out of things to say about this area as I die more and we don't quite make it to the end, but as a single one-off thing, and especially as a place where you're sort of just investigating a tree, and, you know, like, just going deeper into the depths of the earth in such a different way than you do in the Demon Ruins. It's really neat. Oh, this is a dead end. Sorry, kiddo, gonna have to fall. That wasn't so bad. But yeah, and it's like, even if your whole goal is just to get down, you can end up in situations like that where you have to make a planned, calculated fall, you know? Sometimes you want to go up to go down. Alley-oop. Alright, yeah, we could fall from here and it'll be fine. Long as that basilisk doesn't kill us. Gotcha. These guys were made to be very, very dodgy. Oh, there he goes. And that can make them a little bit difficult with this double sword, with this two-handed sword, but we can deal with them. I'm probably gonna just start ignoring them. See, like I was saying before I fell off the edge, I actually do think it's pretty interesting how they can't damage you when they jump on you like that. Because it's really just meant to stun lock you. Oh dear. I'm gonna keep moving. That said, while there is still, like, a lot of, like, side paths and that item that was the death of us before, once you get down to this lower level, there actually is just one kind of main path. Now, granted, as we start to get to this fungus, there are still items that you can fall for, so why would we avoid that, right? But it's difficult because it can be a little tough to tell what is and isn't a path here. Also, seems to be a new friend here to meet us, and also shadows. Oh, what? I thought that was just a shadow of a guy who was all the way up there. I didn't realize he had chased me this whole way down. That's adorable. Like, that shadow of a basilisk right there is just because the game is kind of weird about shadows, and he's actually, like, way, way up right now. So I thought that was the one that landed on me. Yeah, that one too. Oh, oh, there he is. But they are still chasing me, huh? Now, having both basilisks and these mushroom things down can be a little bit dangerous, so We may end up making a run through this area, but I've wasted enough time here. Let's go. Fortune favors the bold, but Dark Souls jumping not so much. A really cool thing about this area is that actually the branches basically give way into these mushrooms here. And it's really, really cool because, you know, the mushrooms are really a sign that even at the base, this tree has completely, you know, like, is decaying away at this point, you know? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm not dead, and that's good. I'm about to be dead, though. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're in a weird place, and I'm just gonna make a run for it here. Oh, no. So those guys have a bit of a reputation. The mushrooms. I'm gonna avoid that reputation entirely by running the fuck away from them, because I don't want to have to fall down the tree again. But yeah, you see that these great trees that seem to come up from the land and fucking, you know, even potentially hold it up, they seem to be rotting at the very base of them, you know? I think it's really, really great how that area is set up and how it's like, it starts off and it's like kind of dead, maybe dying tree, but you get to the bottom and it is completely falling apart. It's really good. Of course, I did turn the camera away from one of the most fantastic areas just in the entire game from an aesthetic perspective. Ash Lake. You go into this tree, into this hidden area, and really it's just an area for you to go down. You know, you're just continuing. You're interested in where it leads, but the area itself is it's the inside of a tree. But you get to the bottom of it, and you come out somewhere that is probably unlike anything that you've seen before. We caught a glimpse of something that looked like this in in Nito, right before we found Nito in the Tomb of the Giants. But you come down here, there's ambient singing in the background, which doesn't happen anywhere else in the game, and oh my god, the effect of this place. And you're here for the first time with this sense of sort of wonder and terror, because you just went down that tree, you probably died 20 times in that tree, and now there's fucking singing that only happens when there's a boss around, and there's a fucking black hydra chilling out in the water over there. Oh god. This is such a cool area, and I'm so sad that I killed Siegmeyer in our last recording session, because had you not, the quest actually would have ended right here, with Sieglind finally finding her father, and unfortunately killing him because he had gone hollow. I really dropped the ball in not getting that final thing, but it's also kind of a bullshit side quest, and it was also why I had put off going to the Great Hollow for so long, because you can actually do it, like, the first time you go to Blighttown, and that's also part of what makes it so cool. So, unfortunately, we're just going to have to light this bonfire and continue on without the closure to that story. I do kind of like that there's things in Dark Souls that you might not get closure on. Like, had we not saved, or had we not killed the Sunlight Maggot, wow, I'm completely blanking. Praise the sun. Solaire. Solaire would have died to that maggot. He would have put it on his head and gone hollow, having found his son. And, like, it is really, really difficult to make the game not kill off one of its most beloved, iconic characters. And it's kind of the same way with Siegfried. Like, I don't know. On one hand, it's unsatisfying when you can't get it on camera, and you really only have one chance at that sort of thing, because the game autosaves instantly. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, it makes every playthrough special, because you might not save Solaire, you might not save Siegmeyer. So, I'm kind of two minds about it, and I don't really know how I feel, honestly. Gonna pop a humanity off. I may end up getting killed again, which would be, you know, unfortunate, but we're gonna have to take on that Hydra at some point, right? Boy, it's a shame I never went and bought more arrows, huh? I'm gonna have to lure that baby in. Now, if I recall, this thing's attacks are purely physical, so I might actually put the Eagle Shield back on for this. They might be magical, in which case I would run away. We'll see. I need to lure him in so he starts doing the lunge attacks. This Black Hydra is a lot like the one in whatchamacallit, the Moonlight Basin? Darkroot Basin, wow. But it's got more health. And you'll see it's actually moving towards us here. Ow. Yeah, there ain't no blocking that, huh? Hello. He's inching ever closer. And you'll notice it has the exact same attack pattern. So once it gets close like this, it's actually a relatively simple matter. If it doesn't pull you into the water, of course. Oh dear. Seems to have backed off at this point. Would much rather it be, you know, attacking me. There we go. It's coming in closer. Alright, I got one head off. That's good. Uh-oh. That said, you don't actually have to kill it at this point. You could always just, you know, fucking run. Oh god. Because I mean, hey, there's a dragon scale in here, and this provides some cover, right? In fact, there's even a whole sandy bank here. That's cool. How to just avoid the shit out of that Hydra, right? He's up there. He's kind of making his way over, but we're safe. Never actually done this before, so let's see how it goes. Sweet Jesus! I had never actually seen that animation. That owed so much. Yes, you can make him jump over the fucking lake to fight him here. Oh, I didn't kill that guy? That's bad. I don't want to be on two sides of this. Yeah, that Hydra will not be denied. Alright, buddy, let's go. Oh, hello. You gonna... At this point, I am just going to slash out whatever head I can find. I think the individual heads have a lot more health. I mean, obviously. But I don't know if you have to actually kill all of them. Because he's, like, got a third or a fourth health at this point. But yeah, you can actually do this section with the Hydra just jumping and chasing you the whole time. And it's actually pretty cool. Honestly, the only thing that I feel kind of bad about is that, like, once this thing's dead, it's dead for good. And that's kind of unfortunate, because, like, It's a really interesting sequence, you know? Okay, I might actually have to kill all the heads here. Oh dear. Hello. Honestly, I could probably smack this thing, can't I? I'm not used to it, like, rubbing its head on me. Yeah, the hitbox on this thing, not exactly incredible. See, I guess oh, no, never mind. I thought I had to kill all of the heads. See, and it's like... It's kind of unfortunate that that's a one-time encounter, because the thing of it, like, chasing you across the area is a really cool concept that I think didn't get quite enough play, or didn't get enough love in the final version.